Do your own research and due diligence before investing in any company. The information I provide is in no way or manner a professional suggestion to purchase shares in any publicly traded company. I am not licensed to provide financial advice, and this should be considered entertainment. These stock profiles are intended to be trading ideas, a starting point for research. Any individual who chooses to invest in any securities should do so with caution. Investing in securities is speculative and carries a high degree of risk. You may lose some or all the money that is invested. Always research your own investments and consider consulting with a registered investment advisor or a licensed stockbroker before investing. Hey, can you guys hear me? You say you got to start the whole thing over? Hey, Reggie Bohannon, he said he's got to start the whole. I got to start the whole thing over again. That's hilarious. Reggie Bohannon, hey, I think you're new to the show. Someone's like, "Oh, we can't hear you, man." This your boy Sal, man, back on the air. And hey, but you guys were hearing the music though, right? You guys heard the music though. Hey, that's technology for you. But to start off again, real quick, all I want to say is how exciting it was to finally see some stocks run again, and it felt so good to jump into a stock and watch it run. The last 2 or so days, I mean, don't get me, I went back to shorting. I went back to, trying to find opportunities here and there, doing things that I typically didn't do to hopefully find some gains. So it felt so good to finally get back into a sector that, we had grown very accustomed to as we saw the news drop on EC. And we knew, right? Shipping already it's low float. I mean, most of those stocks are low float, and even though yes, you kept DCIX. DCIX, had nothing to do with the situation with EC, but it doesn't matter because we know when investors like us get excited, even though EC had the catalyst, other stocks within the sector are going to get hot too. They're going to get hot too. So it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. The chart I got right now on the screen is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Ladies and gentlemen, we are less than 200 points away from Dow 20,000. Let me tell you guys how big this is. Nobody alive has ever seen Dow 20,000. You are the first people to cross this important line. I remember Dow 10,000. I remember Dow 10,000. I don't remember Dow 10,000 the first time, which was like 99 2000. 99 2000. And shout out to TradingView. TradingView has the Dow Jones Industrial Average mapped out all the way back to 1905. But Dow 10,000 happened the first time, like 1999, 1998. So we're seeing Dow 20,000, first 200 points, 20,000 points, excuse me, and we're 200 points away. That's huge news. That's huge news, guys. It's your boy Sal, man, episode number 95 now, 5 to 100. I can't believe I have almost 100 episodes. I cannot believe that. I really appreciate every single you guys who watch this show. Reggie Bohannon, Adam, Trading Jedi. Who else we got in here? Jeremy Jordan, Money Stay Woke. Connor, shout out to Connor. Sign up for Connor's channel. Mr. Options himself. Chevy Nova. Bruce Cole, Speaker Knocker, More Peace. Carlos Jenkins. Who else is in here? Dino Mars, Hurricane Hope. Kerala Lee Montez. The Young Day Trader. Derek Mawangi, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Jeezy. What's going on, Jeezy? Carlos Jenkins, I think I said that. Brad. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. Lawrence Kane, what's good? Orang. Glue C. Follow Ventures West. Josh Duran, what's going on, man? Big Shag. Big Slim, how you doing? About my money. I think Travi's probably in here so well as well. And all the people who are just lurking, hello and welcome to the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, I see a lot of people talking about dries. I mean, let's talk about dries. Dries, a big, huge winner today. Again, had nothing to do with the stock, but ran. 225, you're on the air. What's up?
What's up, sir? I just wanted to call in to start the show off, man. Dude, the Dow Jones 20,000. Who would have thought?
Yes, man.
I remember watching a video with a guy saying that, and he knows his shit too. And I remember him saying that this was like 4 years ago, and him saying that he thought that Dow Jones 20,000. I thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
And I never would have thought, but it has been a crazy bullish run.
Yeah.
And it's gonna hit it, man. It's gonna hit it just strictly on the fact that people want it to hit it.
Now let me ask you this, Connor. When it hits 20,000, do you believe we're going to see an even more aggressive run in small caps after 20,000? Hey, Connor, you there? Connor, you there? Not sure what happened to Connor. Hope everything's all right with Connor. Let's see what happened. Can you guys hear Connor? I can't hear him. He like disappeared. You guys can hear me though, right? You guys can hear me. I don't know what happened to Connor. Connor, 1 second, Connor. I'm gonna try and get you back on the air here. Because I want to know his feelings on that. I really honestly want to know what he believes is going to happen. So, Connor, give me a call back. Not sure what happened there. Give me a call back here. Lines are open again, 305-600-2896. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Connor, call back up, man. I'm not sure what happened. A little glitch there. But I really want your take on what you believe is going to happen after 20,000, because there are people who believe that 20,000 could be the beginning of the end, that 20,000 represents a top for the market. All right. Since the election of President-elect Donald Trump. All right, since the election of Donald Trump. Look, stocks have taken off. We can all admit that. And ladies and gentlemen, on the screen right now is Dries. I mean, look at that chart, man. That's insane. That's insane. Connor, you're back on the air, man.
Yeah, I didn't. Sorry, I was sitting here talking to myself.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but you're back on the line.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I guess a lot of people, I heard you saying that a lot of people think maybe it's going to be the beginning of the end, but, man, I don't know. I don't think so. I think what's going to happen is it's going to get to 20,000, and something tells me that when it gets there, that I think it's just going to be this just crazy run where there's going to be so much hype, and there's going to be so, like, I think that people are already looking at this as like, okay, like, we've been on this crazy run for the past, few years, and just in the last year, I mean, look at the SPY. The SPY's just been going crazy, and just in the past couple of weeks, and everything's been going just crazy straight up. And I really think that whenever it hits that, I think maybe you might see a little hesitation, but and I think it's going to just. I think we're on to a good start. I think with Trump saying how he's going to, because I think Trump with him in office, how he's promising he's going to get everything better with the trading routes and stuff. I think that adds to it. And just like you see the banks, look at the banks. I mean, the banks have been going crazy,
insane.
And I just think with him in office, it's really gonna set a it's gonna set. I think it's gonna really just have everybody thinking, maybe this could be, what we really needed to get our financials in order, because you see the banks have been going crazy.
Right.
SPY's been going crazy. The Dow's been going crazy. But I guess we'll have to see, man. You really never know.
Right. There
You
it
know,
is,
you
man.
never know.
Now, besides that, though, Connor, obviously, you were playing options today as you do every day. What was hot today? I saw Bank of America. I was watching Bank of America. Speak of the banks, Bank of America hit 23 today. That was something that wasn't necessarily expected, but that was pretty insane.
I took a little swing on some of the banks. I took a swing on Bank of America, J.P. Morgan, and Wells Fargo.
Okay.
So we're going to see what happens with that. I'm going to swing those for a couple of weeks because I just don't think they're done. And if you look on their daily chart, like in the last couple of days, they all the banks, like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and J.P. Morgan, the last 3 days have been down days to where, which to me is healthy. They went on a run, and then they pulled back to those moving averages, and they kind of pulled back to those moving averages and reclaimed them. And now they're like the last 2 days, they're kind of starting to perk up again,
I'm looking at Wells Fargo chart right now. You're exactly right. I mean, the last 4 or 5 days has been a pullback back to the 55, 40, 54, 55 range from a top of 57, 58. And you're thinking that they can make their ways back up there.
Yeah, I think so. Like if you look on like the daily chart where each candle is 1 day or whatever, and you'll see like the last 3 days, on all the banks, like the last 3 days will be down days, and then they kind of shot straight up, had 3 down days, and then they kind of came to rest on the moving averages, and they're starting to pull back up again. So I think we're going to see another leg higher. I hope. I could be wrong, but we'll see. I'm just I want to start swinging things because I did a video on Nvidia, another one. I know I did a video yesterday, but foul. Dude, Nvidia, 97 calls were at a low of 2 cents on Monday, and they hit a high of 315 today. 157 times your money.
I mean, you want to talk? I mean, how that's an insane return. I mean, but somebody profited on it. Somebody profited.
That's $100 you could have turned into $15,000, or $500 into $75,000.
Oh my God, $500 into $75,000. I mean, can you imagine that? And that in 1 day. In 1 day, by the way.
Well, that was 3 days. That was from Monday. If you would, that was the December 16th. That expires this Friday. It was at a low of 2 cents on Monday, and it hit a high of 315 today. But yesterday, Nvidia calls paid out 800% in 1 day.
That's crazy, man.
Which I did a video on both of those. If y'all go to my channel, y'all can check it out. I'll post the link in a second. But it's just crazy. So what I've been noticing is I've been seeing these big runs happen, and I'm trying to get into some swing trading, man. I got to catch one of these moves, because what happens is I'll call them out, and I'll see it about to happen, and I'll see it happening, but I never get into the big move. I'll just scalp it intraday, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of just, why didn't I just get in whenever I said, because when Nvidia was all happening, I saw it happen, and I made videos about it. Yesterday I made a video about thinking it was going to run again today, and it's like I see it happening, but I never get in for that actual move. I just end up scalping it intraday. So I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, and Nvidia's been insane. I mean, $10 in the last, what is that, 4 days? 3, 4? Yeah. I mean, that's $10 a share.
And same with Bank of America. Like, the whole last 2 weeks I've been scalping it here and there on the way up. But I'm like, why didn't I just do a 2-week swing on this thing, and probably could have made, who knows how much.
Now, with that being said, though, Connor, obviously, the stock looking here, market cap is up almost $4 billion in 4 days alone. I mean, obviously, technical reasoning will say that a pullback is necessary here.
Yeah, well, see, what I like to look at is if, typically what I look at for a bigger picture is I like to go to the switch over to the daily chart, to the where each candle is 1 day. Can you do that on TradingView?
Yeah, I can do that. Let me see if I can.
Where each candle represents 1 day, because you get a better of a picture, and I can show you. I can.
Yeah, let me see if I can get the time a little bit bigger so we can see some bigger bars here.
Yeah, if you get it to where that's the charts I like to look at for bigger pictures, where each candle represents.
So this is Nvidia today. This is Nvidia today 5-minute chart. So it should be updating there soon.
Yeah, there's Nvidia 5-minute. Well, what about, you can't go to a chart where each candle represents 1 day, like a 1 year daily chart?
Yeah, let's do that. 1 day. So this is 1 day for a year. This is over the year.
All right, this should be refreshing.
Okay.
And okay, so you see that's all right. So you see how it yesterday it tested the high, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I was looking to play it 2 ways. I thought today I either said yesterday in the video I made, I said, okay, this was yesterday when it came up to test those highs. I said, okay, you can play it 2 ways. You can either wait tomorrow for it to break the highs of yesterday. Well, when I did the video, it would have been the highs of the day. But so today, you could either wait for it to break the highs of yesterday, or let it come back down and retest these moving averages down here for another leg up. And now that it's broke this upper channel, we could I don't know, it could make a pullback, but I think that it could go on a run, because I think now that it's broke these highs, I'm hoping that that's gonna, now that it finally broke out of this channel, I'm hoping that it could go on another leg up. Now, we might see some consolidation, but I'm hoping that it's going to stay above this channel now.
There it
is what I'm thinking. Now, I didn't know for sure or not, because you can see how it'll get to the high of that channel, and then it'll come back down. And it went back up to the high of that channel, and then it kind of broke back down. But you see on that last red day, they had 3 green days, and that red day where it went down and has that long wick at the bottom.
Right here.
The 97 calls were at 2 cents then, and they're at a high of 315 now. So that was like a perfect time to get in. When you saw those 3 red days, if you had a 9 EMA up, those 3 red days come down, and they right where you have your pointer, the 9 EMA runs literally right under that candle where it closed at, and it couldn't break it. It broke, the wick went below it, but it didn't close below the 9. So it kind of went below the 9 EMA, but reclaimed it, at the end of the day. And to me, that's a bullish sign. And that would have been a perfect time to get in. So it was almost like, it was a perfect setup. I didn't get in on it. I wish I would have saw it when I did and got in on it, and had the conviction, but that was a perfect setup, because the 9 EMA literally runs right where that candle closes. And it just reclaimed that 9, and as you can see, it went up for its other leg. So it was a perfect setup. But now that it broke these highs, I think we can see another leg up. I guess we'll have to see. I mean, it's a possibility we might get another pullback, but I'm hoping that that's going to act as support now.
There it is. Thank you so much for the call, Connor, man. I really appreciate it.
Yes, no problem, man. Take care.
All right. So, look, ladies and gentlemen, I know all of you guys in here don't play. options, but I wanted you guys to get a taste of, again, how, much Connor loves options. I mean, you can tell this guy has a passion, for playing options. And, as small investors, I don't care if you have $500, $1,000, $5,000, don't just play the pennies. The pennies is fun, but get into these, bigger, higher price stocks with the same cost that you have playing, penny stocks, all right? $500, $700 trades that can turn into, as Connor said, 10, 12 grand, depending on, of course, the catalyst and how strong the stock moves and a couple of other things. But don't let these higher price stocks be out of your range and feel like, okay, that's a $90 stock, I can't take advantage of that. You can. So I want to introduce you guys to options because it's another just, way of trading that you can add to your, your style and make money. All right, to make money. All right, so going back real quick, let's just, just touch on dries. And obviously, dries, here's the thing about dries, though. Dries, from going back to what it was last month, we saw how that catalyst the first day was very slow. The first day was slow and was just, maybe not as aggressive as it was today. But we saw in the subsequent days what happened to the stock afterwards. All right, I can't even zoom into this. It's so incredible. I mean, it just took off. Now, you guys got to remember that dries was, the one that all the other stocks was running off of. Now, this has changed now. It's EC. It's EC this time. But dries is still low float and still has, a lot of momentum behind it. A lot of momentum behind it. And I'm not going to bet against dries not being a multiple day runner. I'm not going to bet against dries not being a multiple day runner. Now, if you guys have some information to say that it's not going to run again tomorrow, please let me know. Please let me know. But going, on, my historical experience playing the shipping, we know that these run multiple days. All right. DRYS is the ticker. $1.84 gain today. 52%. No catalyst. 52%. No news. Nothing. You said it did have news? Money Stay Woke. What was the news? I see comprehensive refinancing, something about strategic repositioning, which is basically a corporate memo. I mean, not necessarily, okay, hold on here. I'm seeing some kind of refinancing deal. Dry Ships reaches agreement for refinancing the majority of its outstanding debt under a virtue of new senior secured revolving facility. All right, so I guess that's, that would cause the stock to run. 52% though? 52% though? Now you got to be careful now when we talk about shipping. Let's go look at DCIX, for example. You got to be careful now because we know what these stocks do after the party is over. All right? After the party's over, we know what these stocks do. So be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. Because you don't want to be a bag holder when it comes to, when time runs out on these stocks, man. Where can you short them? And you're honestly, SureTrader, Interactive Brokers, E-Trade. These are stocks you can short them in any broker. Any reputable broker would have shorts for these stocks right now. All right, these are publicly traded NASDAQ, and I don't know if we have any. I think we did actually have a couple NYSE shipping stocks run too as well. You can look at some. Shout out Blueberry J. I haven't seen him in the chat much longer in a while. SB, Safe Bulkers. I'm pronouncing that right. WTI. WTI, 8% gain on that one. NYSE stock. GNK was the leader. GNK was the leader. Look at that chart, man. Look at that. Look at that chart. Look at that chart. That's beautiful. See, this is the chart that you you wish for every day. You wish for every day to get into a chart like this. Hey, Treasure Hunter, I saw you trying to call up. Call back up, man. Call back up, Treasure Hunter. GNK, $9 a share, up $2 a share alone. GNK. That's a huge move there, man. Almost $2. Yeah, you did get over $2. The high was actually 30 cents higher, $9.44. You pray to have, because I know you guys have experienced it. When you buy a stock, it's been going up, and all of a sudden you get into it, and all of a sudden the stock wants to start going the other direction. Like, what the fuck? You've been going up the whole damn time, and all of a sudden I get into it, and all of a sudden you want to go in the other direction. These are one of those charts that you get into it, and you're just watching it go up. 5 minutes into the trade, you made the right choice. Because that's where you typically know you've made a good choice. Within about the first about 10 minutes, okay, I made a good trade. I made a good trade. Sometimes, yes, they go against you, and then maybe they correct themselves. But you can find whether or not you've made a good trade within about the first 10 to 15 minutes. You kind of know, I made a good trade. EXTR, Extreme Networks. What is this? IT? 3% move here. Let me get out of here. I'm creating lines everywhere. EXTR, what is this? Extreme Networks announces agreement with NFL to become the official Wi-Fi provider for the Super Bowl. Okay. I would honestly, it's a nice chart though. Let me see that year-to-date chart. Mr. Lloyd, what's going on with you? You're on the air, man.
Man, what's up with you, Sal? How you doing?
Hey, back on the air.
I know it's not Friday, but if you ever buy a house, man, don't let your mama move in with you.
Oh my God! Did you move your mom into your home, man?
Oh, into the apartment, and she got this young ass boyfriend.
Oh, younger than you?
Right.
No.
No. He's a little bit older. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But
now, socially, how much older? Because there's like socially older where he's like
39.
Years. 9 years? Okay, that's a pretty.
No, 39.
Oh,
I'm 30. I'm 34.
Oh, that's still he's socially older than you. I mean, you're still in his peer group practically.
Hold on. Here's the kicker. So you got 2 master's degrees with no job.
What?
Right. So here it is. My mom ain't been working for 2 years, and we've been kind of covering her rent because she's been down and out while she's working on her Social Security. However, she had a little nasty attitude because I told her to move her car up, and when you got your savings depleting for your own mother and your mom getting an attitude, making threats, it's time for her to go.
So I mean, how do you kick your mother out of the apartment you invited her to, man? I can't even imagine telling my mother to kick rocks.
Well, I went to Home Depot. I got a fucking post, and I put the motherfucking post in the yard, a for sale post, and I said I'm making an immediate sale on the house. Yeah, I know it's around the holidays, man, but I don't have time for no damn drama, especially if I'm getting ready to take a downgrade. I got probably about $300,000 in equity in my home.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not hurting, but the fact of the matter is, I am not taking no more shit from nobody.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I was gonna tell you yesterday. I had this funny thing I want to tell you about a situation at work, just so you can know why I'm changing jobs. I had this asshole come up to me and ask me, why does the employee handicaps get to park into our spots in the hospital?
Okay.
So I looked at the man. I said, "What do you mean? They shouldn't be parking in our the handicapped employees should be parking somewhere else." I said, "So you want another handicapped person to, because they're employed here, to be parking somewhere else?" I said, "Where should they be parking at? You know, on the third floor, the fourth floor of the garage?" I mean,
yeah, I mean, they're handicapped. Obviously,
well, I know what you're getting ready to say. He said, "I don't care where they park, but as long as they don't park in our spots." I said, "Sir, so what makes your handicap any different than a person that's employed here? Why would one handicapped person will have to move their car? I mean, you're saying another handicap has to walk farther? I mean, that's discrimination, don't you think?"
So what did he say to that?
Oh, man, I mean, you know, we was arguing back and forth. Well, that's not what I'm saying. They should not be parking in our spots. I said, so I tell you what. When I look at a handicap placard, it don't have one arm missing or one leg missing. A handicap placard is a handicap placard. Regardless if it's just a knee or no legs or a spinal cord injury, the severity on the placard doesn't state that. It's a handicap placard. So what makes that so different than it doesn't matter? And basically I just told him to get the fuck out of my office because, you know, I can't. This year I am not taking no more stupid shit. So I got a poster in front of my yard, and I'm getting a new job for the new year, man.
There it is, man. 2017 going to be something different for Mr. Lloyd. Now, you know, kicking his mom out the house, getting a new job, no stress.
Well, put it this way. So let's say let's say, let's for example, man, you married, and your wife asks your mom, say, "Hey, can you move your car up a little bit because I can back out?" And she said, "Why don't you come down and tell me in my face to move up my car?" The fact of the matter is this. We are paying for your ass to stay up in this house with some man that don't got a damn job and is a full-time student.
What the
fuck,
man?
And I'm the youngest man in the house. He should be fucking doing his own damn thing.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Lloyd, I just by the way you're talking about this guy, I can tell you don't have any respect for him. Now, is he like a pimp type dude? Like, you know, just
no. My mom found him in a homeless shelter. Okay.
Wow.
But I see why his wife left him, because, you know, he's one of those. He's a smart guy, but he's stupid. You know, it's like, you know, those people that's really, really smart, but they're stupid. So you know what, man? I mean, I'm really. I mean, I hate to sell my house, but I put that poster in front of the yard as possibly as a scare tactic. You know what I'm saying? But if you guys plan on moving your mom in and especially when they're in their 50s, wait till they get a little bit older. Wait till they can't walk before you move them in, because then when your mom moves in, she still thinks she's your mama and walking through the house and shit like that, or think
telling you what to do.
Right. Right. Turn that shit off, boy. You know, I'm like, what the fuck? I remember when we first got the house, man, we didn't put no locks on the door, so she used to come up from the damn basement and shit and going through the fucking cabinets like free will. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you be sitting on the couch watching TV and she rolling through.
Dude, man, I just couldn't deal with that. The fact that, now, first of all, how old is your mom?
55.
55. She's dating this guy who's 39. You know, who's basically, you know, living off you, another younger man. That's crazy, man. That's wow.
Yeah. So, you know, and I decided to accept that downgrade of a job just because of the stress reduction. However, now I got this other situation here. You got some grown ass man working at a minimum wage job, working on his second master's. You know. Can I say one more thing, man?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. You're on the mic.
You know, my mom told me I said why he couldn't work. He is so educated, that type of person can't have a job. I'm like, what the fuck?
What? Wow.
So he too smart.
Mr. Lloyd, let me be honest with you, man. And you probably don't want to hear this, but that dude is probably putting it on your mom, though. Like, I mean, he must be really, like, putting it on your mom to the point that she's like, you know, in her mind, she's just gone, dude. Like, her just the logic is gone, man, because this dude is probably, you know, I hate to say it that way, but he's dicking her down, man.
I know it is. I understand that, and you know, I mean, I'm not gonna say it ain't happened, but the fact of the matter is that I'm taking care of a grown ass man that don't have shit, and if she didn't meet him at the homeless shelter, then I wouldn't be upset. But you know, I understand. You know, my pops died,
and how do you meet a man at the homeless shelter and think he's good enough to come home with you? You know what I'm saying?
Well, she didn't tell me for a long time. So what happened? I guess he got a divorce, and his wife kicked him out. So he ended up going to the men's shelter.
Okay. So what was your mama doing at the men's shelter?
I think she was doing some activist work in the community, and so she was walking downtown and ran into him, and I guess he was doing some type of spill, and ran into and I guess when the question asked, you know, where do you live at, and so he lived in a shelter. So I was wondering why my mama kept, you know, picking him up and dropping him off. I'm thinking, like, what the fuck? Oh, wait a minute. He don't have a car either.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, this dude, he put that pimp on your mama, man. He put that
you know, my mom ain't no young Barry, and think about it too. Just think about it. If you 55 and you pick up some 38-year-old woman. Yeah. I mean, shit, you feel like a damn king, you know what I'm saying?
Mr. Lloyd, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but
no, a
39-year-old man involved with a 55-year-old woman. Let me ask you this, man. Does your mama have a big-ass booty?
No, she ain't like that, man.
Okay. Because, you know, I mean,
she ain't like that. But you know what? The problem was...
The sister got a big old booty. They put everything out the window. You know, it don't matter how old she is. You know what I'm saying?
But the problem is it was cold outside. Actually, it's been almost a year now. It was cold outside. And his time was probably running up in the men's shelter. And so he was probably just putting his back down. And so my mom had a hard-pressed conversation with me. Hey, he needs to... Hey, listen, I met this person, and just want to know if he can move in. Yeah. And I said, well, where'd you meet him at, Mom? Where'd you meet him at? Well, I don't want you to get mad, son. I said, well, where'd you meet him at? Because I've seen you dropping somebody off every day and picking them up. I met him at the homeless shelter.
Man.
I said, what the fuck?
Yeah,
are you shitting me?
Putting that dick on your mom, dude. Like, seriously, like that magic stick for real. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's just got her head slapping on the headboard and all that shit.
Oh, man, you're not there. You go. You going to motherfucking
I'm just saying, though. I'm you know, it's got to be something, man. A 55-year-old woman? I mean, this is a woman who's, you know, she knows better. You know
when it's cold outside, you'll do anything. And he's a full-time student right now. So I guess because he's getting some type of grant, so he's that's the only way he's paying a portion of the rent. But another thing too, I guess he's a rap artist, so he's trying to be somebody one day. You know how people say that shit.
Man, this motherfucker probably got 2 masters from University of Phoenix, man.
So he got a master's in he goes to University of Washington. Okay. He got a master's in music and master's in something else. I don't even know that he's working on a master's on something. But
man, no wonder he can't find a job. A master's in music. What are you gonna do with that?
I don't even want to talk about it. So that's why I've been so stressed, man, with my trading, because I got some asshole living underneath me, and then my mom is taking advantage of me, and then I got a shitty ass job. Yeah. So, anyways, I just he said, somebody said, "Is this for real?" Yeah, man, this is some for real shit. So, man. All right, man. Well, thanks for letting me. I know it ain't Friday, man, but it just fucked me up that I can't even trade because I got this shit on my mind. So.
Yeah. It's cool, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the call, man. I appreciate you. Yes, indeed.
Right, thanks for letting me, man. All right, bye.
Shout out, you know, sometimes as a man, you got to let it out. And Mr. Lloyd just had to let it out, man. You know, but you know, he got to G-check that dude. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to G-check a dude. You know, you ain't trying to put no hands on him, but you got to let him know, man, what you doing ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Talking to your mom and, you know what I'm saying, dicking down your mom in your own house. I wish a motherfucker would move into my house and dick my mama in a room down the hall from me. That's crazy, man. Got my mama picking him up at the homeless shelter, dropping him off like he's a damn teenager, going to the skating ring or some shit. Just walk up to him and, you know what?
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
There you go. You out of here. 772 Treasure Hunter. What's up, man?
What's happening, Sal?
Yes, indeed.
Man,
I'm
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, your ratings is going to go through the roof tonight on this one, man. Sorry to hear about the boy Lloyd, but I'm telling you, man, that dude's a straight con, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's what he's doing, man. Taking advantage of his mom, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's basically what he's doing,
right?
man. You got brothers out here who do that. You know what I'm saying? Just living on their dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this
paying
dude is
dick for
doing.
rent. Yeah. But I can see it though. You know what I'm saying? This dude met Lloyd mom, and Lloyd mom says, yeah, my boy big timer. You know, he's in the stocks. And that dude says, ching, ching, in the stocks. Oh, shit, I got to meet. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
There it is,
mooching the shit.
Let's get back into these stocks, though, Treasure Hunter.
Yeah,
I know it's been a
it.
couple of days. You know, what trades you been looking at? I know you like the pennies and the big stuff.
Yeah. Well, you know, I flip them all day long. I did, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I did get that nice little catch on drives, and yeah, EC, was it ESEA?
Yeah. EC was the one that started it all off, and ironically, it wasn't the biggest gainer in the day, but I love how it flagged like that towards the end of the day and actually found some. In fact, let me look at the one-day chart. It found support up there, man, with no serious, pullback possible here. And, I like EC for tomorrow, even at these prices. Do you agree with me? Do you think that these will be green tomorrow as well?
Man, I hope so. I was hoping to see what the indicators say. I read the charts and I jump in, and I got drives at 422, something like that. And I was, afraid at the end of the day it might take my, take my bread, but it gave me my bread back and plus some. And then, like you said, I was afraid that bitch getting halted. I was like, "Oh man, don't halt it!"
That's been one of the things. But here's the thing: is that they were halting stocks after about 3 or 4 days of trading. So I wasn't concerned about them being halted today, but I am concerned if they put on another 2, like tomorrow or maybe Monday, Tuesday. Especially if we see an incredible Friday. Then we can seriously start talking about possibly, 1 or 2 of these stocks possibly being halted on Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, bro, you called it. That's how I got in last time in drives, because the bitch was taking off like this, and then I loaded up, and then all of a sudden it kept blowing up. You know what I'm saying? And then I think last second or third day it just got outrageous, and that's when he started halting and doing all that stupid shit. You know. But that's what that nice little takeoff, And what was it? SNMX. I got him on the bounce.
Okay,
No, SNMX.
Okay, SNMX.
Yep. Got him on the bounce.
Okay, yeah. Sinomics is this the Flavor Lab, the one that's like they make like flavors and shit. I think this is that one.
The taste thing?
Yeah, the taste company. Okay, yeah, they make artificial flavors and shit. Okay.
Yeah, he was taking
Let's look at the 1 month real quick. We'll see where they are. So overall, I mean, the trend, let me see what the primary trend for the year is. So it's pretty bearish. It's pretty bearish, but obviously, you think this could be a possible turnaround situation here.
I hope so. Shit, that bitch go the other direction. Shit, okay. I'm like playing Wild Wild West over here. My hands on the trigger.
It could be. I mean, it could be. We saw the 1 year chart was bearish. 3 months. This is a 3 month, 90-day chart here. It looks like it's leveling out here. So you might be at, a great point right now where, it could be trying to, finally trying to find some floor here to, turn, the situation around.
And where was she? The switch the game up. Now, I was kicked out of E-Trade for a good little minute, right?
Yeah, you were on the PDT rule for 90 days. I do remember that.
For a good little minute, but I think I got multiple brokers. So I think Friday my deadline is up, so I'm going to do some more, cause some more damage on the thing. But ACBFF, bro, I already doubled my money on him. I'm almost scared to sell him.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to keep him. And I've been really, really looking at the IVFZF, bro. Think it's about to maybe take off, maybe. So I've been trying to catch them real low, but you know what I'm saying, it's just been doing pretty good lately. So
Yeah, Invictus Financial, IVFZF, at what 0020, so 0020
yeah, you know what I'm saying,
stock.
the camping ones, you know.
Yeah, so this is really early. I mean, there's only 2,000 shares traded today. So this is something what just kind of came on your radar. Came on your radar today.
You know, I got several marijuana plays, or you know, a lot of plays I go through during the day, and I've been watching my eyes on him for a little minute, especially that one time when it could have triple your bread, or no, you could have made 4 times your bread, and that caught my eye. Then ever since then, I've been watching them, you know, just wait for the right, you know, somebody come around, pump them up, or something comes around, you know.
Okay, so you're basically camping on this one right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
all right.
So
Yeah, that's understandable.
a couple $100, see what happens.
Just camping on it. Okay, okay.
I mean, shit, look what happened to ACBFF, bro.
Yeah.
Shit, when I bought that, I got locked out, and, you know, then again, like we talked about, those who wait, you know what I'm saying, it'll come around, and shit, now they double my money. Hopefully it goes to 3 or something like that, try to triple or something. So I'm going to hold on to him, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking about maybe doing the same to the other one, too, maybe.
No, I don't blame
if
you at all.
Don't run out.
I don't blame you at all.
Yeah. So those one plays for today, man. So the drives and the other one, you think they're gonna run for tomorrow?
Yes, and again, I'm just going off what happened last time. I'm just going off what happened last time when we had the last month, and when we had the whole huge issue last month, it was a multiple day situation where it was 3 days of just insane buying, and then obviously that third day was the crash. The third day was the crash, and again, I'm looking at DCIX for what happened that time, and the third day was the crash.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off.
We had a strong one day. We had a strong one day. We had that second day, which was incredible. It flagged to the right, and then that third day, it gave it up. It practically crashed the third day. I believe a strong day tomorrow. But I think Monday would be hell for the stock, for people who want to jump in late.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off, because right when I seen that bitch going up, I'd have thrown a bunch of shares in it, and I said, oh man, maybe I should put more in it. And then again, it took off. I'm like, oh shit, let me just stay put, something like that for 22,
Yeah.
But like you said, I think the third day, it's going to be like, the people are going to take notice, and then they're going to try to short, like last time. We learned from last time,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's all we do. Just use the past to, hopefully help us determine what the future could look like. That's technical analysis in a nutshell right there. So, yes, indeed. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Treasure Hunter, for the call, man.
Yeah. One more thing. Are you going to jump in it? Are you already in it or no?
No, not DCIX. What I'm actually going to do is I like. Let me see here. I'm gonna go back to because I don't want to say the ticker wrong, but there was one. Let me see here that I thought didn't move as fast as it should, but going from what it did in the past, could possibly do something, and that for me today was Tops. I thought Tops with a 25% gain. Yeah, with a 25% gain that Tops made today, I thought it was impressive, but it wasn't, what I know Tops has done in the past. So I think Tops could overdo itself tomorrow, but we'll see. Again, this is all just speculation, but we know Tops can do a lot better than DCIX, dries, and all that. So I think Tops underplayed itself today. So if it is something huge tomorrow, I think Tops could be that $1, $1.50 move, as it has done in the past as well.
True that.
So I'm looking for something that's not going to be, as you can see here, you look at the chart, and I saw this morning, Tops underplayed itself compared to what it's done in the past. I mean, it really, kind of disappointed itself in terms of, the moves that it has made in the past. So I think Tops can catch up tomorrow, or we'll see it underperform again or not perform at all. We'll see.
True. All right, there you have it. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow, bro.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call, man. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Treasure Hunter. Thank you for the call, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. So, I mean, look, today was all about shipping. Today was all about shipping. We also, the list I gave out on Tuesday, many of those ran. We had a couple of those start giving back. I'm still loving long in Genesis Healthcare. I'm still a fan of Genesis Healthcare. Almost 2% gain today on the stock. This is a long place, pure long. I love the business. I can see Genesis Healthcare getting back to what it used to be. Genesis Healthcare, former $8 stock last year, and I think it's bottomed out, and it's headed back up. It's headed back up, and that's why I want to bring this to you guys' attention, because I think this is a great swing for somebody. Maybe you've been not doing well with your trading, day trading. Maybe you've been picking losers, and now you want to kind of put yourself somewhere. I think Genesis Healthcare is a stock that, for the long term, 30, 60, 90 days from now, I think you're looking at a stock that's going to go a lot higher than where it is now. And more importantly, it's been a stock that's been running not just because Donald Trump was elected president, all right? Not just because Donald Trump was elected president. This is a stock that has been really taken off since it found bottom there back in June at $1.38, and ever since then, it's really found its stride. All right, GEN, Genesis Healthcare. That's my long right now. Yeah, Dries looks interesting. All these shipping, stocks, they're all low float. They run huge. People get excited about them. They're relatively cheap. You can still go in and buy a large amount. We saw Dries last month go up to $100. So we know what these stocks can do. All right, we know what these stocks can do. Dries at $5.40 a share. We know what this stock can do. We've seen the stock go to $100 a share. It did exactly that in 3 days. Now, I'm not saying it's going to do that again. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying we have a history of that. You said volume of 88,000, sir. Are you going to buy more than 50,000 shares? Are you going to buy more than 10,000 shares of Dries? I don't have a problem with the fact that it only trades 88,000 shares. If I'm going long within the stock and I've done my research, and I'm taking a 1,000, maybe 2,000 share position, that's not bother me. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me. I've always believed daily trading volume for individuals who are day trading, that's a concern. But I think if you're going long a stock, and your time horizon is multiple months, I don't think, unless you're going in with an incredible amount of volume, for the average trader, maybe 500 shares, 1,000 shares, I don't think that's a big deal. I don't think that's a big deal that it trades 88,000 shares. SINO, GLBS. What is SINO? SINO. Yeah, SINO. God, these. Yeah, SINO's up there. SINO's up there, man. That look at SINO. I mean, it got up there, and that's a late buy. That's a 355 buy right here. That's huge volume late day. That's huge volume late day. I mean, that look at that. It started at 3 o'clock. Now it was already moving, but the fact that it moved up even higher like that, And he said REXX still on watch. What do you like about REXX? Because honestly, I'm looking at REXX, and I feel like it's underplaying itself now, man. I'm looking at where is oil at right now. And I thought we were going to get the Fed hike. I thought we were going to get the Fed hike this week, and what's going on? What's going on with the Federal Reserve, man? Did we get the Fed hike or not? I don't even follow these big macroeconomic moves like that. Did we move it? Okay, range lifted its key short-term. Okay, the short-term interest rate from 0.50 to 0.75. Okay, so we did get it. We did get it. See, I don't really care about these, like, these huge macroeconomic, because I'm following penny stocks, dude. That many stocks could care less about what's going on with these huge, moves that are happening globally, and I'm following penny stocks. So we did get we got the rates. All right, we got the rates. Good. Okay, we got the rates. But we're expecting an extra rate hike next year. Okay. Thank you, trading. Jedi. CNBX. What is that? CNBX. I haven't pulled up that ticker in a while. What's CNBX doing? CNBX. That's the cannabis. CNBX looks like it's underperforming. It's 200. We'll see. Gonna boost U.S. dollar. Yeah, the U.S. dollar and the euro. The U.S. dollar and euro practically going one, not one for one, but it's getting up there. Getting up there. What's going on, Shamaka? More prawns. Sun Q. Oh man, he's bringing up the Qs. He's bringing up the Qs. We know how we feel about the Qs around here. Sunny Q. I got the 200-day. Looks like it's underperforming the 200-day. Looks like it's been bearish for some time here. Let's put out the 6-month chart. And looks like, it's been quite bearish. It's been quite bearish, so it's underperforming now. It's 6-month chart as of the beginning of December on the 6-month. So I don't know. When you're dealing with the Qs, you gotta go read the court documents. I don't know where they are in the process, and I'm done with the Qs. We had people come into the chat room and tell us about the Qs and what was going on with them. And don't get me wrong, for a day or two they would do well, and then you would have like 6 days of just straight red. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden the court will announce something, and then the whole stock just like collapses. EVOK, what do you like about this? EVOK. Is it up after hours? GOD. EVOK Pharma. EVOK Pharma. Okay, looks like this was a crash back in the summer. Looks like they probably had something fail way back this summer. What was the news this summer? Something crashed there. What happened? Trying to figure it out here. Q2 loss. What was that? I can't go all the way back here in the news, but something happened this summer where the stock crashed. And it looks like it's never really found its way back. So I don't like EVOK. I don't like EVOK. All right. I don't like it. I don't see anything happening there unless you have some knowledge on where they. Okay, you said it's up 50% after hours. On what news? On what news? Now, if we got news, that changes it. I'm thinking you want to just go in to go in. I'm not feeling it just to go in, but if there's got some news out, what came out here? What came out? EVOK Pharma receives positive NDA submission guidance from FDA for Gemoti. Real quick, I just want to see what this is real quick. For Gemoti, EVOK Pharma, specialty pharmaceutical company, treatments of gastrointestinal diseases, today announced positive guidance from a recent second pre-NDA or new drug application meeting to discuss clinical data for blah 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 Gemoti with the FDA. Okay, that's a good that's a catalyst. That's a catalyst. So yeah, that's definitely going to be on the radar tomorrow. Obviously, that's going to be on the radar tomorrow. And earlier this week we had another FDA winner that ran like 124, 125%. Now, with that being said, that changes some things. We had a 124% gainer earlier this week. I think it was 130 actually, something ridiculous like that. That was based on FDA news. That was based on FDA news. Huge announcement there. All right, let me see here. Very addictive. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna move some things. That's gonna move some things. Let me see here. That's certainly gonna move some things. He said better than crack. Got some money to play. The paper is getting addictive. Buy some. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely buy some of that stock. I would definitely buy some of that stock. Hey, you guys have any problem with the stream? Why do I look like I'm going in slow motion here? PTCO? Or is it just my end? PTCO 111%, 37, 111%, 72%. You said it's freezing? Yeah, why is it getting laggy as fuck? Okay, yeah. Let me see here, man. Hold on. Oh. Yeah, see, that's why you guys need to donate to the show. I got the donate link. Actually, I don't have it up here. I don't know why this isn't update. I thought I had the donate button up here. So I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I'm trying to yeah, my webcam got halted. That's exactly. All right, man. I'm back on the air. I'm back on the air. You guys should see me here. Refresh. All right, so we back on the air. We're back. Yeah, I'm back. All right, so yeah, my BitTorrent was hogging the stream, so I had to restart real quick. BitTorrent was hoarding the screen. We're back on. Yeah, BitTorrent. I had to turn off my torrent. I didn't even see it was still running because I'm still seeding. You guys know I love to seed these Tim Sykes torrents, and I'm not trying to fuck up his business. I'm not trying to fuck up investors' lives business. But at the end of the day, you know, I want to get as much people out there involved in what we're doing here, which is buying penny stocks. All right. The more people we can get involved in it, the more liquid these stocks become, whatever it is we trade. All right. Yes, indeed. So I'll try to get more and more people to trade these stocks. It only benefits all of us to do so. So I still was seeding those, and I had to stop seeding during the show. And by the way, if you don't have those torrents, go into the chat room. Go right there in the chat room. You can see it. I posted a link to those torrents. Yeah, it's right there in the chat room. Yes, indeed. Somebody posted up PTCO, Petrogas, 72 cents a share, 110%. Damn. Petrogas acquires interest in oil and gas wells in Texas. Yeah, that would definitely move the stock. PTCO, huge move today. Shit, I missed that one. I fucking missed that one. Wow, look at that beautiful pullback right there. That would have been a beautiful buy. Oh man, and that was a perfect setup too, right in the first 30 minutes. You guys always know, because look what happened. That dip happened exactly at 10 o'clock, dude. Look at that shit. You guys know the first 30 minutes I don't buy shit, because I want to see where the hell it's going. And PTCO crashed right there at 10 o'clock when I jump in. That's you know, and oh yeah, that's all day. You buy that all day. I mean, after a huge run up like that, you just buy that and sit on that. And it got a little bit higher too. I mean, what was that? You bought it at 52, could have got out at 70, 77. Gotta love those dips, man. Gotta love those dips. Yeah, I missed. I wasn't even watching it. I mean, I was not watching gas at all. After, you know, you do your little scan and then all of a sudden it's all shipping. Obviously, that's all you're looking at is shipping. You know, and I was disappointed because I thought Tops was going to be the winner. DCIX, don't get me wrong, DCIX did amazing too, but I was all over Tops because I thought that was going to be the winner. So I miscalled it myself. Should have went back to dries. Should have went back to dries. Hell, okay. No spawns. Yeah, Monday going for Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. PTCO, though, yeah, I think PTCO could be a multiple day runner too, man. I think watch for the gap up tomorrow, though. This is going to be very, very similar, where you're going to have another huge morning. And, after the first 30 minutes, because, it's always a lot of suckers buy really early, and then they buy really high. They get too excited, and, somebody bought this shit. Because look at the chart. Somebody bought a stock at 90 cents. 90 cents. And 30 minutes later, because, that's how high the chart. That means charts plot out prices, transactions. So somebody bought it at 90 cents. And then 5 minutes later, they were, damn near half. Somebody bought it at 90 cents. AMD is dead? Jack Runner, are you insane? AMD is dead? Did you see what AMD did today? AMD is not dead, sir. AMD is not dead, sir. Look at this. The primary trend is still very, very positive. I'm not betting against this. Look what it's been doing. The stock is up almost 500% for the year. All right. The intermediate trend, this is last 6 months. Intermediate trend still looks good. Primary trend 1 year. Intermediate trend 6 months. Still looks really good. I'm not betting against this going long. All right. Short term, 5 days, 30 days. 30 days still looks really good. 30 days still looks good. If you go in, maybe you miscalculate the day. All right, let's hold and see what we can do. And if you hold, the trade corrects itself over time. Looks like 30 days. It looks really nice. It looks really nice. 5 days, kind of sideways movement, but overall, I see higher, I see higher lows here. All right, I do see some little funnel movement here. Some funnel movement going on right here. All right, let's see a little funnel movement going on right here. All right, a little funnel movement, but we broke higher today. We broke higher just above it. We always talk about how, resistance turns into support, and that's exactly what's happening here. That's exactly what's happening here. And that happens a lot with AMD, where you'll find resistance turn into support, and exactly you'll see that at that 1043 level, plotted at just right on top, where the stock finally found it, didn't hold, came back, retested it, climbed above it, and came back to touch that 1043 and hug it. And it looks like it's doing it again. And what I love about AMD is that I love how it's flagging like that to the right. And Connor talks about this a lot too, where you have the stock is flagging to the right very strongly like that. That shows almost like a stare, where it's climbing higher and you feel like there's still room for it to grow. And you can see that it's done that a couple times, throughout the chart. So I still like AMD going long. I just don't like the fact that the big moves came after the presidency. So it did come, you can call AMD one of those Trump, stocks that's running hot. And when there is a cool down, please expect a big cool down in AMD. All right. Expect a cool down in AMD when it all comes crashing down. But that's not anytime soon. Yeah, if you're willing to get into AMD for 90 days, I think AMD 90 days looks really nice. I watch it attentively. But I can see $12 AMD. I can see $12, $13, $14 AMD. When we were talking about AMD 3 weeks ago at $8, we were having some of the same conversations. Oh, can we get to 10? Can we get to $9.50? So yeah, I can see $12 AMD based on what it's been doing. And unlike a lot of other people who think Dow 20,000 is the end, I think that could be the continuation of the run. That Dow 20,000 will be a confirmation of the news that we're into a different time right now. We're in a different time right now. And obviously, I gave you the list on Tuesday. You can look at Tuesday's show of maybe some other stuff that moves, a little bit slower, a little bit more consistent. All right, that's around the same price. All right, I gave you some other things that move a little bit slower. Let me see here. Obviously, I probably want to get into the real estate investment trust now. And by the way, now that we got that the move that I was talking about, look for these real estate investment trusts to slowly kind of give that back a little bit. All right, so the hotels and well, not necessarily the hotels, but as you can see, Soho still climbing up higher. But look at this, Soho. I like Soho. This again, another Trump stock that's running really good. You don't want to buy AMD. Look at something, Although this is kind of hot, man. It's kind of hot right now. But small cap company under $100 million running real hot right now. Be very careful. It's up there. It's up there though. Let me see some of the financials. Financials are still hot right now. But AMD, I like AMD because volume is good. Buying momentum is very strong. But a lot of these other stocks, financials is, took a hit today. And again, I talked about the interest rate increases in by the Federal Reserve. This is a great shorting opportunity for some of these financials. I think they're going to cool down here. Why is AMD so hot? AMD is hot because right now, we're moving in the direction where companies like AMD are going to be able to profit significantly over the new technologies that will be, no longer just dreams, but a reality. We have Amazon.com, which one day will be the largest retailer in America. It will overwhelm Walmart. I do believe Amazon will be bigger than Walmart one day. Amazon will be bigger than Walmart. I completely believe that. When I saw that Amazon Go commercial, I said, that's the future right there. That's the future right there. When I look at my cousins and I look at the way they look at their phones, I look at some of these kids at the bus stop, the way they're, they don't even talk to each other. They're just in their phones. Yeah, those kids are going to grow up to walk into supermarkets with their phone and not talk to anybody. They will go in there, buy what they need, put it in a bag or a cart, and walk out the fucking door. They're not going to stand in line and wait for some high school dropout to scan their items, who fucking hates their job, doesn't want to be there, and because of their attitude, they inefficiency is basically fucked. And again, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying the way we shop, especially for groceries, has not changed in almost like 70 years. Efficiency when it comes to shopping at grocery stores, it stops when you reach the cash register. Waiting to get, that's the most inefficient part, of shopping. It's horrible. Waiting and you've got maybe 3 or 4 items and the person in front of you has 30 or 40, and then maybe you got machines that self-checkout aren't working. One of them is broke, and it's just, what the fuck is going on? There's got to be an easier way I can walk into that store, get whatever the fuck I need, and get the fuck out of there. So if Amazon Go is if that's a serious operation, that's going to be the new standard. That's going to be the new standard, man. And I feel sorry for all the people that is going to put out of business. Your shopping center is pretty much going to be reduced to stockers. You're going to always have people who need to stock, move, reset, shit, stuff like that. But the cash register girls and guys, the people walking around trying to, avoid customers, avoid helping or asking for help, that might be limited. But for the most part, yeah, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs and they're going to have to go and find something else. A lot of people thought I was crazy for saying this, but I think we might one day go to a society or become a society where the government is literally just going to have to financially support every day a segment of the population. because they're just not going to be able to have skills to do anything. You're going to have a segment of the population that is a permanent underclass. They don't have the skills. They don't have the knowledge to do anything out here. They can't code. They can't program. Well, code, program, same thing. They're just going to be out of luck. Shit out of luck. All right, shit out of luck. So let's create a list of stocks for tomorrow. I'm trying to get the show down to where we get right into it. Let's get right into the stocks that people want to go and trade tomorrow. Let's get right into it. Let's start talking about stocks we want to find tomorrow, or stocks we want to look or we believe are going to be some runners tomorrow. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to get away from like 3-4 hour shows because I notice you guys, hang with me, but like after that, this show post, people watch like an hour and just, the rest just goes to nothingness. So I want to jump right into it and let's, get into it. And by the way, I'm naming the show Trading Tickers. It's going to be called Trading Tickers. And yes, I'm stealing Tim Grittani's name of his DVD. I am stealing the name. All right. He doesn't have a patent on the name. And I registered for it today. So that's on its way. So sorry, Tim. I'm going to own the patent or not the patent, but the rights to that name, Trading Tickers. All right. So if you're more than happy, I do know you're a millionaire, quote unquote self-made millionaire, but your parents were already millionaires. That's a whole nother topic. But if you would like the Trading Tickers name, once I get the rights, I'll be more than happy to sell it to you for $250,000. All right. That's my fair and final offer. All right. So let's go ahead and get to the list. BBD, what do you like about that? BBD. All right, BBD, you think that's going to run tomorrow? BBD. Banco Bradesco, South America. Oh, so South American, what is that? Is Brazil? Looks like Brazil bank. Brazil's number 3 largest bank. Okay. Banking out in Brazil. All right. I like that. I like international financials right now. Brazil's not third world, but it's emerging. It's emerging country. It's one of the BRICS, right? Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. BRICS, right? So BBD, looking at the chart here, it's not bad. Not bad. Looks like it's you're getting it here at a pullback here at 814. As long as you believe that this is truly the bottom, then this might be a pretty good trade here. Let me look at the. Okay, this is the 90-day. Let me see, 60. This is 30. All right, so yeah, this could be something. 5-day. Okay, this could be something. 5-day looks like it's trying to break out of that, break higher above the 200. We'll see. Yeah, it's legit. Robinhood's legit, man. Yeah, Robinhood's legit. Yeah, I like Robinhood. Robinhood's legit, man. No fees. Yeah, it's you got to have Robinhood. Put put $1,000 in there, and I think Robinhood makes sense to if you're looking for an opportunity to, if you're just starting out, I think there's no real better option than Robinhood. A lot of people watch my old videos and they see I'm talking about TD Ameritrade, but this was before Robinhood. So if I were getting started right now, I would strictly go Robinhood right now. I mean, that's, you got to understand your biggest cost of trading is the cost of the trade. So eliminating the cost of trading, why would you not do that? Well, some people say, well, I won't get access to OTCs. Who cares? Who cares? You know, get to learn NASDAQ and you know, those better companies. Trust me, they're pumping dumps on NASDAQ too. There are pumps on NASDAQ. You know, a lot of these other shipping stocks, they're running like pumps. You know, DCIX, Dries, Tops, they're running like pumps. So, you know, you're still going to get an opportunity to, you know, to participate and be able to make good money real quick. Now, obviously, you got the PDT rule to deal with, but I mean, make sense of it. That's all. You can get multiple accounts, not necessarily on Robinhood, but, you know, get a Robinhood account. You know, go get another you know, low end broker, maybe a you know, maybe not a Trade King, because I think Trade King you can't buy stocks under like $3 or some shit like that. Get a you know, a TD. Get a TD. Get a Robinhood. Maybe an option house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can spread your money out around a little bit. It's just having to organize all that can be frustrating. All right, can be frustrating. All right, so let's start with obviously we know the ships are going to be hot. So I like Tops, EVOK, of course, EVOK, which is up after hours. Tops, GLBS. Did GLBS do? I didn't look at GLBS today. GLBS, okay, GLBS did its thing too. Tops, DCIX, obviously. All right, because, you know, we want to have stocks already where we know we can just, you know, boom, 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 chart to chart, and move out. Now, I know some of you guys are already in the play because, you know, you want to be able to get into some of these, you know, try and swing for multiple days, but it's so hard because if you do stay in, you do risk possibly, you know, getting, you know, being a bag holder if you're not careful, because this could be a simple one-day run. So for those of you guys who are already still in this stock, you know, tomorrow, I know you're already on edge. Like, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? WTI. And I didn't even talk about Robinhood Gold, you know, where they're giving you a flat rate for $10, unlimited trading for $10. Obviously, if you have over 25,000 Robinhood Gold, nothing can beat that if you're over the PDT rule. I mean, there's just, you know, you gotta, that's one you want to play. And shout out to some of these apps out here like NOX. There's an app called NOX, which is basically a Android simulator for your desktop computer, laptop. And I'm running an Android like phone on my computer. So I have Robinhood literally on my screen, you know, at home, where you can use your trading, you know, system, which is TradingView, or for those of you guys who use TC2000 or whatever it is, and then you use TradingView just to put your orders in right there on your computer. You can simulate Android on your computer. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, those have been around for a while, but, you know, they've gotten even better. All right. What else, guys? Give me a list, some stocks. WTI. Yeah, I like WTI. We'll put that on the list for tomorrow. PIR. Pier 1 Imports. What was that move? Ooh, solid Q3 earnings beat. All right. I'm going to put PIR on there, but that could be a short for somebody, though. I'm thinking that could possibly be a short. That's a huge move, 32% for a company that, you know, only 5. Why was I thinking Pier 1 would have a larger market cap than that? $500 million market cap? That company's been around for a while. I'm actually quite surprised that it's trading that low. This must be beaten down here. What's that? Okay, yeah. All right, so. Yeah, it used to be a $22 company. I'm like, what the heck? Pier 1 Imports. Yeah, you know, it's got to give some of that back. It's going to give something. Yeah, I'm looking at Pier 1 Imports as a short tomorrow. WLL, White and Pete. Oil and gas. Yeah, this interesting because WLL, when oil and gas on Monday opened up at like, $4 higher, it gapped up, gave it all back. I mean, look at that. I mean, this was an incredible short from 13 all the way to 1080. And yes, somebody did hold that long. I don't doubt it at all. And sure enough, at 1192, and it could be working its way back up to trading range, was about 12, 1210, 1220. So who knows if there's any more meat to kind of pick up on that. EGLE, yep, EGLE was on one of the biggest gainers list today. EGLE, 16% move. I think when you look at the shipping, I think I'm looking for these other smaller stocks that again are also quite tight to explode. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for one of these other stocks that were 16, 20% winners today to do the 40, 50, 60 tomorrow, if that does happen. If that does happen. But I think one of these smaller plays today that didn't hit the home run can hit the home run tomorrow. And we can see one of those beautiful charts that we had showed earlier. Yeah, you can hold overnight. If you don't have any day trades, hold overnight. If you know you're on the PDT, you got one more trade, even if you're down slightly, let's say you're down 2%, 3%, you shouldn't be taking a 2% loss anyway. All right? If you're down 2%, you got an hour left for the market, I would hold that into next day. You shouldn't be taking, that L anyway. You should be closing down a position because you're down 2%, unless you got fucking, a million shares, of course. That probably looks a lot different on your screen. A 2% loss probably looks pretty heavy. All right. Take care, Connor. Appreciate it, man. Have a good night. All right. SHIP. Yeah, I like SHIP. SHIP for tomorrow. I do like SHIP for tomorrow as well. I took a look at that earlier in the day. It should be a no SHIP. SHIP. Ugh, God, man. God, that's an ugly looking chart. But I know it's done some things. It's done some things in the past. SHIP, as you can see here, SHIP can do some things too. In the past, as you can see here, a month ago, SHIP was a star too. But I don't like the chart recently. What else can be? Again, you guys know I love my Genesis Healthcare. When I was talking about these these stocks that don't have heavy volume but keep going up, that's the same thing you guys were saying about Nova Furniture. You guys remember Nova Lifestyle? This company was trading, 40, 50,000 shares until it got past some serious, levels, $2, $3, $4. Sure enough, everybody started coming in and, it topped out. And now it's been almost the last, 2 weeks, a beautiful short for a lot of people. And it's probably, I hate to say it, but it's probably making its way all the way back to under $1. NVFW, sad to say it. Yeah, it's one of those stocks that I've made money going up and down, unfortunately. But hey, they top out. Got to do what you got to do. VCell. Was I the only one that saw VCell today announce that they wanted to pretty much shit on everybody who bought the stock a couple days ago? VCell's another one that's going to break down lower. So I'm going to put VCell on the list, not to buy, but that's for the shorters. VCell looking to dilute tomorrow. XGTI, money stay woke. XGTI. Right. I mean, on the list, I'm putting the buyers just to buy, but, we just mentioned these are some stocks you can short. And again, guys, you only need a 2,500 to 2,000 to 2,500 to short stocks. And shorting is not a bad thing. Learn to do that, because when you short stocks go down faster than they go up, believe it or not. So, you know, it's a great way to make some fast cash. But you know, it is dangerous too. I mean, you can get blown out if you don't know what you're doing, or if you're one of those guys who likes to short first day pumps. You know, I would never short a stock like Dries or, you know, Tops, DCIX on those first day runs. I mean, you can get your account blown out on some of those stocks if you're not careful. BCEI, Bonanza Creek Energy. Yeah, pretty good run. But I kind of like the list we got so far, though. I'm trying to see if any other shipping companies, because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be about shipping tomorrow. At the end of the day, it's going to be about shipping and oil. We had a few natural gas players and a few other ones. And let me see here. God, my Azure went red today. Although I'm a big fan of Azure. What else? Went red 5% today. We'll see if that makes that back up. I mentioned that CHK was oversold. We tried to get back higher today on CHK. In fact, if you look at the one-day chart on CHK, tried to work its way back up after, you know, the morning collapse. Just really couldn't get there. Got up there, couldn't stay. Couldn't crack the 200 on CHK. Couldn't crack the 200 on CHK. So I'm not sure what's going on with CHK. Natural gas prices are still very strong. All right. Natural gas prices, the company's practically borderline profitable. All right. Still below 1 PE. Relatively cheap. So it's really interesting to see what's going on with that. Yeah, SINO, yep. SINO. Like SINO. Yeah, it's all about shipping tomorrow. SINO, nice 40% gain on that one. Look at that, man. This is that chart we were talking about, how beautiful that. Oh, man, this is just, you know. You just map this out beautifully, you know what I'm saying? You know, here's your top. You know, you map the top, bottom. Okay, this is where we are. And you just watch your stock throughout the day. And sure enough, I mean, this is kind of would have been frustrating though, because I mean, you know, if you guys know, when you're trading in the middle of the day, 11 to like 3, that feels like forever when you're in a trade, and it's going sideways. 11 to 3 feels like eternity, and when you're up huge, 3 to 4 feels like eternity, because you're like, I just want this fucking market to close right now. You know, and people are trying to take profit, and you're in the trade, and your gains are slowly, 1% off, 2% coming off, and you're like, what the fuck? Will this market close, please? 335, 337, and you're like, what the fuck? Please close now. You know? PKPL was a pump by investors, Insider Financial, several weeks ago. I'm not sure why it's running now. It's an oil and gas OTC pump, but the problem is that Park Place Energy, I don't believe they actually have any actual producing entities. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe they actually have any, and again, I don't have the time to look through the financials. We do that a lot around here. But PKPL, does PKPL actually have anything going for themselves? Another beautiful short, ESSI. ESSI has yet to really crack the way we want to. ESSI is a big fucking joke, and the market will figure that out eventually. It's a big fucking joke. I mean, this company has like nothing, but it's worth it's got a market cap of $88 million, and I think the company has like $4,000 in the bank or some shit like that. It's a big fucking joke. GAL. Let me see, GAL XF. GAL XF. Yeah, nothing much here. Nice chart though. I mean, not nice chart, but you know, red date today. It looks like, yeah, man. You know, it's OTC play. I'm you know, let's see again. Mining contracts. Supposedly they got. You know, my piece is kind of running out for OTCs because I mean, there's just such blatant scams now that I'm just like, you know, I'm just over it. You know, the blatant scamming. You know, I'm over it. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I first started out, I go back to some of my videos and yeah, man. And, you know, the company's balance sheet looks like shit. But now, you know, I'm playing with real money. I got a kid. I got real obligations. I can't risk that kind of capital in some of these plays, man. You know, GALXF. Because now I look at the balance sheet and I'm, you know, I don't want to lose this money, dude. I hate waking up, you know, and you're down 30%, 40%. You know, that shit gets annoying after a while, man. And I just want to look at the financials real quick of GA. I hope you guys can see it. Look, it doesn't even have anything posted. Look at this. There are no SEC filings available for the stock right now. Now, it's probably posted at the SEC website, but for whatever reason, they're not available in OTC Markets. And OTC Markets does a good job of making sure they have all the documentation. Let me see. Do they even have anything posted? Nothing. I mean, there's no data at all. What a fucking joke. Let me see here. GSL. $1.68, 10.53%. All right, yeah, I like this. GSL, also the NASDAQ company too. NASDAQ company, very impressive. GSL, and I don't think I've heard of GSL, man. I don't think I've heard of GSL. SGY filed for Chapter 11. Are you serious? Stone Energy filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Okay, there's. Interesting enough because it filed for bankruptcy, but it's still kind of held up there, man. Obviously, you know, it gapped down higher, but it held throughout the day. It gapped lower, It gapped lower, but it you know, it got right back to its winning ways, man. That's a huge move for the stock. You know, four something all the way back to 6. Didn't show up in the you know, on the charts because it opened up lower. But the very, you know, it opened up actually the same way, but it crashed within like the first minute, but it found its way back for a gain of 11 cents, like it never even happened. SGY. But I you know, honestly, SGY though, that's probably another one that's probably a good short though. SGY based on this news, because I think maybe some people are a little bit overreacting in terms of the valuation here. They're kind of living in denial here on SGY that this company, you know, a small cap company like this with a $35 million valuation, filing for bankruptcy, that's a big deal for a company this small, unless it's got an insane amount of assets. Okay, all right, so now I got the 5-year chart out. I'm seeing this stock was worth $440, unless it did a recent stock split. I don't see here. Okay, it did do a split, a 1-for-10 split. Back, wow, 1-for-10 split back in June of this year. So it actually was worth a lot more if it did a 1-for-10 split. A 1-for-10 split in June, and I don't believe 1-for-10. So yeah, that means it was actually worth a. Well, I don't know. 1-for-10. I don't know if it was forward or backwards. It could have been forward or backwards. I'm not sure. All right, but I think that could be a short in the next couple of days. SGBY for what it did like that. Went bankruptcy filings. ATRS was down today, although been trading higher. MJNA is doing what weed stocks do right now when they don't have anything going on for themselves, just bumbling and struggling away. That's what they're all doing right now. I wouldn't be long any marijuana stock right now until, you know, these stocks that finally legalized marijuana actually start receiving applications to do business in their states. Right now, they're not receiving any applications just yet. I mean, the plans are still going in motion. Their plans are still going in motion. All right. So let me put out the list, guys. Obviously, tomorrow it's all shipping, except EVOK, EVOK, EVOK. And here's the list. NMM. Oh yeah, put that on there too, though. Put that on there too, though. NMN. Because I like these small companies that are kind of like off the radar. Now, they might be off the radar tomorrow, too. But I think tomorrow you're going to have a surprise tomorrow. Of course, the GLBSs, the tops, the dries, and the SINOs of the world are going to run. But I think you're going to have a surprise that, like, damn. The DCIXs of the world, they're going to run. And sure, I think, put your money there if that's what you want to try and risk. But I would like to be in one of these kind of smaller, plays that didn't move so high today, because I don't feel like I'm jumping in something that's overextended. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I'm jumping in something that's going to go against me 14% once I jump in the stock. When I look at something like DCIX, the stock got up 88% today. After the first 30 minutes, if it still looks good and I jump in, there is a justification the stock could go against me 20% based on what it did yesterday. But when I turn around and I look at a stock like NMM, like what's his name, Follow Venture West just gave me, the stock is up 6% today. All right, 1 million shares traded. Not overly impressive, but I know if I get into that tomorrow, that I'm probably not going to lose, 3% on the trade, or if that. It could. I have a high probability of walking away with the trade profitable than if I jump into a TOPS or a DCIX at the prices they are at now. I'm not saying they won't run. I'm not saying that. But me personally, I just want a high probability chance to be profitable. Because the first rule of investing is what? Protecting your money, not losing. A $1 gain is better than a $300 loss. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to close out the show. And I'm not going to have a Friday show. I'm not going to have a Friday show this Friday. Got some things I need to do. That I could change my mind on that depending on what the plans look like. But I'm not going to have a Friday show. But I wanted this show today. I wanted to get straight into a good discussions today. Shout out to Mr. Lloyd. Mr. Lloyd, I'm going to keep you in my prayers. Mr. Lloyd. We got that grown-ass man dicking down your mom like that. 39-year-old man living with a 55-year-old woman. And Mr. Lloyd, shout out to Mr. Lloyd for the new job that's coming down the pipe. Just the conversation he was having with that guy, you can tell Mr. Lloyd's just irritated with that job and the people on the job, man. That was funny as hell story, man. Shout out to Treasure Hunter. Thank you for the picks, Treasure Hunter. Connor, shout out to Connor too for his trades. Look for Nvidia, AMD tomorrow. What is this? Amazon on the pullback today. That's a strong pullback. I like Amazon as oversold tomorrow. Amazon tomorrow. I should have asked Connor Amazon tomorrow. What does he think about it? I think Amazon's oversold based on these 2-day pullbacks here. No problem. Shout out to Travi. Thank you for the Discord. Yeah, man. 2-cent options going to $3. That's insane, man. As you said, a $500 trade would have got you $15,000 on that trade. Again, you know, missed opportunities, but it is what they are. They happen every day on the markets. You just got to be at the right place at the right time. All right. That's why I never go big. You know, never go big, because you're always going to have another opportunity to trade, man. There's no reason to convince yourself to go big. The key to investing that I've learned and learned from other people, and shout out to that channel, Chat with Traders. And by the way, sign up to Connor's channel. Go to the Discord room. If you can too, donate to the show. I'm going to start pushing that too. So donate to the show. The link is right there in the chat room. I'm not in the chat room, in the description. And hey, if you can, everybody right now who can hear my voice, please click thumbs up on the show right now. Help me out. Click thumbs up. Click thumbs up right there next to the video. I appreciate it. If you want to donate to the show, donate to the show. PayPal.me/goodkarma. All right. If I've helped you out in any way, $1, $2, although I will accept contributions up to $25,000 to $50,000, that is appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll see you guys back here very soon. If not tomorrow, then Monday. You guys know where and when. Thank you so much to everybody in the chat room. QL, More Peace, Michael B, Pajuso 5, Big Slim, Mag 3690, Oakland in the house, Town Biz, Erica Looper. Erica, I haven't had a call from you, Erica, before. Shamaka, if you're still in, hello. Spartan Financial, what's good, man? Have a good night. Money Stay Woke. Lee Yu, Iron Hand, what's good, Iron Hand? Yes, indeed. Follow Venture West. Thank you for those tickers, man. Appreciate those tickers. Yes, God bless to you as well, Miss Looper. Jeep Man, God, Big Shack 15, 4 Pockets, Mace Ingle, Travi, Michael B, everybody in the chat room, Chart Rider, all the people who watch. If you guys want to continue the conversation, go in the Discord room. The guys will be there. I will see you guys either tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then you guys know Monday. I'm going to start making some other clips too as well, so you're going to start seeing that too. I owe you guys the video on how to start your internet business. I'm still working on that. Still working on that presentation, so that's coming too soon as well. All right. Appreciate you guys, man. Take care. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend. Later.